If your 5 closest friends are broke, complaining, and lazy, guess who number 6 is going to be? It's harsh, but it is a mathematical certainty. You might think you are a strong individual. You might think your willpower is iron, but if you put a fresh, healthy apple in a basket of rotting apples, the healthy apple does not cure the others. The rot spreads to the healthy one, always. This isn't just a metaphor. It is biology. Today, we are doing a friendship audit. We are going to expose the hidden mechanisms of why your friends are keeping you poor, anxious, and stuck. But more importantly, I'm going to teach you how to survive the void, that terrifying lonely period between leaving your old life and finding your new tribe. It's time to stop apologizing for wanting more. Let's operate. Welcome back to Take and Grow. Before we judge your friends, we need to understand the biology of social contagion. We like to believe that our thoughts, our weight, and our bank accounts are the result of our private choices. But the data says otherwise. Look at the Framingham Heart Study. This was a massive study that tracked over 12,000 people for 32 years. They mapped social networks and health. Here is what they found. If your friend becomes obese, your risk of becoming obese increases by 57%. If your friend smokes, your likelihood of smoking skyrockets. But here's the kicker. If your friend becomes happy, your chance of becoming happy increases significantly. Why? Because humans are open-loop systems. We have mirror neurons in our prefrontal cortex. When you see someone panic, your brain lights up the panic centers. When you see someone grind, your brain lights up the motivation centers. You are literally metabolizing the people around you. If you are trying to grow, if you are listening to this podcast, but you spend your Friday nights with people who mock ambition, you are driving with the parking brake on. You are creating cognitive dissonance, a war between who you want to be and who you are surrounded by. And eventually, the environment always wins. Willpower is a battery. Environment is the charger. If the charger is broken, the battery dies. Phase 1. The diagnosis, the 3 archetypes. To audit your life, you need to categorize the people in it. In my practice, I found that everyone in your life falls into one of 3 buckets. I want you to mentally place your friends into these buckets right now. Type 1. The anchors, the energy. Vampires. These are the people who bond over trauma and complaint. They only call you when things are going wrong. When you share good news, hey, I started a business. They don't celebrate. They investigate. Are you sure? That sounds risky. Must be nice. I wish I had time for that. They anchor you to your past self because your growth makes them feel insecure about their stagnation. They need you to stay broken so they don't have to fix themselves. Type 2. The cages, the comfort zone enablers. These are the most dangerous because they are nice. These are your childhood friends who love you, but they love the average version of you. Come on, take the night off. 1 drink won't hurt. Why do you work so hard? You're already doing fine. They are a cage with velvet bars. They aren't trying to hurt you. They are trying to keep you safe in the herd. But safety is the enemy of greatness. Type 3. The engines, the expanders. These are the people who are playing the game at a higher level than you. When you tell them a big idea, they don't say, be careful. They say, how can we make that bigger? They don't bond over problems. They bond over solutions. Being around them makes you uncomfortable in a good way. They force you to level up just to keep up. Be audit. Write down the 5 people you spend the most hours with. Label them anchor, cage, or engine. If you have 0 engines, you are dying a slow death of mediocrity. Phase 2. The mechanism, social homeostasis. Why do your friends try to sabotage you? It's rarely out of malice. It is out of social homeostasis. Think of a thermostat. If the room is set to 70 degrees and you try to heat up to 80 degrees by working hard, getting fit, quitting drinking, the thermostat kicks in to cool you back down. Your friend group has a set temperature of success. If you get too successful, you violate the group norm. They will use subtle shame, sarcasm, and exclusion to pull you back to 70 degrees. This is the crab bucket theory. If you put a single crab in a bucket, it can crawl out. If you put a bunch of crabs in a bucket, if one tries to climb out, the others will physically grab its legs and pull it back down. Why? Because if you succeed, you hold up a mirror to their failure. If you lose weight, you remind them that they are lazy. If you make money, you remind them that they are scared. Understanding this allows you to stop being mad at them. You don't need to hate the crabs. You just need to realize that you cannot change the temperature of the room. You have to leave the room. Phase 3. The void. The price of upgrade. This is the part nobody talks about. The guru will tell you to cut off toxic friends, but they don't tell you what happens next. The void. When you cut off the anchors and the cages, you will not immediately find the engines. You will be alone. You will have Friday nights with no plans. You will have no one to text me to. This terrifies people. They run back to the toxic friends because bad company feels better than isolation. Do not go back. The void is not a punishment. It is a detox chamber. You need this time to recalibrate your dopamine. You need this time to learn who you are without the noise of losers in your ear. The void is the price of admission for the new life. If you cannot sit in the void for 3 months, you do not deserve the engines. Embrace the solitude. Use it to build. Phase 4. The protocol, pruning and planting. So, how do we execute this? We use the pruning and planting protocol. Step 1. Pruning. The gray rock method. You can't fire your mom or your coworker. For them, use the gray rock method. Be as boring as a gray rock. Don't share your dreams with them. Don't react to their drama. Give short, polite answers. You starve them of the emotional reaction they feed on. You are physically present, but emotionally absent. Step 2. Planting. Buying proximity. Engines are not hanging out at the local dive bar. You have to go where they are. Pay for the room. Join a masterclass, a luxury gym, or a specific seminar. The fastest way to upgrade your network is to pay to get into a room where everyone else has invested in themselves. Lead with value. When you meet an engine, do not ask, "Can I pick your brain?" That is taking. Say, "I love what you're doing with X. I have a specific skill in Y, and I'd love to help you solve problem for free." Lead with giving. That is how you earn your seat at the table. Here is the truth. You cannot save everyone. Many of you are staying in toxic friendships because you think you are the Messiah. You think you can inspire them to change. You can't. You are not a sinner. Rehabilitation Center. Your first responsibility is to your own potential. If you drown, you can't save anyone. But if you swim, if you get to the island of success, you can send a boat back for the ones who actually want to be saved. If you are ready to survive the void and find your tribe, hit that like button. And if you are ready to stop being average, subscribe to Take and Grow. The challenge: identify your number 1 cage, the nice friend who keeps you comfortable. For the next 7 days, practice strategic unavailability. Decline the invite to the bar. Say no to the waste of time. Sit in the void. Work on your craft. Tell me in the comments. What quality are you looking for in your new engine friend? Ambition? Discipline? Creativity? Audit your circle. Protect your energy.